Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Walk with Kelsey. You may notice I'm not actually walking, but I am sitting on my ledge here. So if you don't know, which hopefully by now you do, I'm in Mexico. This has been my view and where I meditate and do my morning routine and journaling every single morning. It's been lovely. That's the pool I've been working at. And this is our condo that we've been staying in. It's got an upstairs as well. By the way, if you are watching, can you give me a thumbs up or something, just so I know that you can hear me? I don't have my headphones in this time, and I know it's because yesterday when I had my headphones in, I don't know, something happened really weird with the sound. So if you can give me a thumbs up and say that you can hear me, that would be awesome. But anyway, welcome everybody. I hope that you are having an amazing Wednesday, whatever you are doing. And today I just wanted to quickly talk to you about my personal story. The reason I'm not walking, by the way, we had a massive thunderstorm. It was massive. It was shaking the whole place with thunder. And we decided we went for dinner earlier. So I'm just going to sit here until the sun goes down. So my personal story, if you don't know anything about me, just thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And so I've been a personal trainer and been working as a personal trainer now since 2010, 10 years, well over 10 years. And I have always absolutely 100% loved fitness, loved exercise. I think it stemmed, especially back in high school, I was a huge cross-country runner, and I ran cross-country in college as well. Have always been really physically active. Part of that, if I'm really honest, is because even from the age of 10, I always felt, thank you for the thumbs up. I've always felt like the big girl. And I know some of you be like, what is wrong with you? And I understand. But in my head, I always felt like I was a bigger girl. I have a bigger upper body. I've got stronger shoulders and back muscles and all these things. And I just always felt like I needed to lose weight. Especially from the age of 12, I really struggled with anorexia. Got really restrictive, got down to nearly 85 pounds. And it wasn't good. I just never felt comfortable in my own skin. And then I found cross country, which was really great because it meant that I got to be with a bunch of people who ran and who worked out all the time. And if I'm running, then obviously I'm going to stay in shape. Obviously I'll stay skinny, right? But I did also get a runner's high. I felt really good running and I was good at it. So anyway, fast forward a little bit, then I studied biomedical science and chemistry in college. I was going to be pre-med, all that stuff, always a perfectionist, always trying to be a straight A student, I was always just a perfectionist. I wanted everything to go really, really well. And sometimes that meant that I wasn't sleeping at night, or that meant really unhealthy habits as far as my school and me. I struggled a lot with anxiety, a lot of anxiety. I was diagnosed with a panic disorder in college. This is going in depth. But anyway, so just know I've definitely had these perfectionist tendencies. I've always been involved with fitness. And part of the reason why I became a personal trainer was so that I could continue to stay and have an active lifestyle. And I love people. I genuinely care about people and I want them to be healthy and live a healthy life. My biggest struggle though was I was someone who always loved exercise, loved fitness, but my problem was food. I just could not seem to get this food thing right? I had struggled with anorexia as a teenager, and then I finally got that kind of normal and back, but then I kept struggling with binge eating. And I didn't even call it that at the time. I would just struggle with these, especially when I was alone, I would eat a lot of food. And I remember anytime I'd go on a first date with somebody, anytime I went out to eat, it was a special occasion and I couldn't help myself. I would eat everything on the table. I'd eat until I was sick. And they would think that it was kind of cute, oh, you're a small person who can eat so much food. And I'm sitting here thinking yeah, it's super cute that I have no control over myself and have no idea how to stop eating when I'm full. I only know how to be starving or stuffed. But I didn't want to talk about that, right? Because I'm a trainer, because I'm teaching people how to be healthy. And so when I'm at the gym or when I'm at work, I've got my little like meal plan with me, right? I've got all my all my snacks and all my meal prep, and I'm eating super clean, and you're like, oh my gosh, no wonder you're so skinny. But when I get home, especially after a long day, especially at night, especially after some stress, or if I feel lonely, or I eat, and I eat a lot. I eat a lot of food. And it, more than anything, I just didn't know how to do this. I didn't know how to do this thing. I didn't know how to be steady with my nutrition. I didn't know how to be consistent. And I felt like such a hypocrite because all these people were coming to me for answers on how to stay fit and how to be healthy. And I would tell them one thing. I would tell them the next diet that I was trying. But I wasn't telling them that I was struggling too. I wasn't telling them that I was struggling with binge eating and purging, that I was excessively exercising because I had eaten so much the night before, or that I was intermittent fasting because I was making up for all the food I had eaten the night before. And more, like it got to a point where it was a really big problem, especially like it got to its head last year because I was trying to do this online fitness thing, and I kept telling myself that I couldn't take pictures or I couldn't take videos of me showing exercises because I wasn't lean enough. That I kept telling myself that I wouldn't be taken seriously in this industry because I wasn't fit enough. I didn't have six-pack abs. I didn't look like the Instagram model. Who would want to listen to me? I have no right to be in this space. And so I kept trying different diets. I kept trying to control my eating. I kept trying everything to slim down. And maybe I'd slim down a little bit, and then like you'd see it on the scale, and you're like, oh man, okay, I can deserve to have a little treat or whatever else. And then it just again turns into a binge, and you're just like, why? Why can't I have a little bit? Why can't I just have a little bit and not lose control? And then I remember being at this conference. I had paid thousands of dollars to be at this conference, and they gave us they catered meals, and they gave us a dessert of cheesecake. And like and all these people, they were like healthy people, and they said no to the cheesecake, and I couldn't say no to the cheesecake, and I felt I was just gonna have a little bite, and then I ate it all. And then the entire rest of the conference, all I could think about was the fact that I ate cheesecake, that I have no discipline, no willpower, that I will always, that I'll never look the way I want because I can't control my food. I'm like, what's wrong with me? And I realized it was taking up every crevice of my headspace, that like I would eat breakfast and it would be perfect, right? Like I would measure out my ghee and I would measure out the eggs, and like everything was to a T, and I would put everything in MyFitnessPal. And then the moment that I put it in MyFitnessPal, then all I could think about was lunch. What am I going to eat for lunch? Is it going to be in my calories? Is it going to be in my macros? All right, okay, what can I have for a snack? Like I was thinking about food and what I should or shouldn't be eating all of the time. Like please thumbs up if you've ever been that way, where all you can think about is food. I know I'm not the only one now. It's a very normal symptom of chronic dieting, by the way. But at the time, like that's all I knew. And like I couldn't get anything else done. I couldn't think about anything else except my weight and food. My weight and food, my weight and food, and like trying to exercise and trying to be perfect. And I realize now that the biggest symptom, more than anything, because that time then I finally searched, my friend showed me intuitive eating, and I learned about how to make peace with food, and I learned about what diet culture and diet mentality actually is, and I learned how to listen to my internal hunger and fullness cues. I didn't even know what hunger felt like. I had no clue. Like I just didn't. All I knew was like, oh, it's time to eat. So anyway, and I realize now that like all of it, every bit of it was a symptom of me not feeling good enough. I did not feel worthy of love. I didn't feel pretty enough. I didn't feel skinny enough. I didn't feel lean enough. I didn't feel worthy of feeling happy or good about myself because of the way my body looked. And I kept telling myself that when I get to this weight, or when I look this way, or when my clothes fit this way, then I'll be happy. Then I'll love myself. Then I'll be worthy of taking pictures, and I'll be worthy of being a fitness coach. Then people will take me seriously. Then. And it kept me stuck. It kept me so stuck. And it's so sad because what ended up happening is it meant that I couldn't show up for anybody else. It meant that I couldn't be there for anybody else because all I could think about was myself. And all I could think about was my weight. And so how could I serve or be there for anybody else? And I guess for me, that's been my biggest transition, is realizing that I am worth so much more than my looks. Yes, I appreciate that I have a fit body that is able to do amazing things. But I am going to get older. I am going to age. My metabolism is going to slow. I am going to have fat rolls. I am going to have all these things. I'm going to get wrinkles. It's going to happen. And that doesn't mean that I'm any less worthy of love or feeling good about myself. And I would really encourage you, that's been my transition. That's been my story, is more than anything. Now I nourish my body and I move my body because I appreciate it, because I love it, because I care about myself, because I realize I am worthy of feeling cherished. I am worthy of feeling good about myself. And I don't need a boyfriend. I don't need a man. I don't need friends. I love friends, but I don't need anybody else to tell me that I'm worthy. I am worthy. I am good enough. I have a purpose, and so do you. And so that's my message. If you don't get anything else from this, please hear me on this. You are worthy. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of feeling good about yourself right now. Right now. I don't care what your weight is. I don't care what your bank account says. I don't care if you're in a relationship. I don't care if you're jobless. It doesn't matter. You are worthy. You are worthy and deserving. You are worthy. And I think for me, the biggest transition was I realized I was the hero of my story. I didn't need a knight in shining armor. I didn't need a man or anybody else to tell me that I was good enough. I needed to be the hero and tell myself that I was good enough from within. And so my calling for you right now, if you are ready, are you ready? Are you ready to be the hero of your story? Are you ready to recognize that you are worthy, that you are good enough right now? Are you ready to let go of those when I do this, then I'll be happy? If you are, I really encourage you, can you comment down below, hero? Comment down below, hero. I am the hero of my own story. I am ready to take care of me. I am ready to love me. I am ready to know that I am worthy. I am enough. I have a purpose. And I am worth showing up for. Because you are. Oh my gosh, people, we need you. We need you more than ever. Because when you feel good enough and you take care of you, you can show up. I have a passion for people. Particularly women who struggle to feel good about themselves. Well, anybody, I'll say anybody, but particularly those who struggle with food and know it's because they don't feel good about themselves. But I know you've got a different passion. Some of you have a passion for education. Some of you have a passion for inner city kids. Some of you have a passion for animals. Some of you have a passion for the environment. And when we stop obsessing about trying to look a certain way, or feeling that when we get there, then we're able to show up. When we start taking care of ourselves right now because we know we're worthy, guess what? We get to show up for our cause, for our purpose. And we need you. We need you to feel good about you so you can show up for your purpose. It's not about me. It's about you. And it's about them, whoever you're meant to show up for. Oh, Fiona, I love you, babe. Yay! I love it. Crush today. That's right, you're in New Zealand. It's Thursday. I love you guys so much. Please be a light in the world today. Comment down below, hero. Be the hero today, tomorrow. Let's show up for each other by knowing that we're enough right now, just the way we are. I love you guys so, so much. If you have any questions, let me know. Comment hero, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.